Introducing FundMyHome.org, a peer-to-peer social media referring society. Key benefits of what makes our down payment assistance and business opportunity so different and attractive. No application or broker fees. 5 to 7 day approvals. Close in 30 to 45 days from signed purchase agreement. Close with zero or little out of pocket. Owner occupied for residential properties up to 4 units. No income limits. 580 credit scores and less than 580 credit scores. Non-repayable. No liens or second mortgages. Student loan forgiveness program. Not limited to first-time home buyers. No products to sell or consume. No competition. Enhanced customer loyalty. For the people by the people. No licenses required. Doing well by doing good. What is FundMyHome.org? FundMyHome.org is a down payment assistance program managed in collaboration with Real Estate Mortgage Grants and Down Payment Assistance Incorporated, a 501c3 non-profit organization providing homeownership opportunities. Zero down payment. We provide home buyers with money for down payment and closing costs. Our goal is to help bring home buyers to close with zero or little out of pocket. FundMyHome.org is not a lender. Nevertheless, FundMyHome.org helps its preferred lenders approve more home buyers by helping to provide funds needed for down payment and closing costs. Also, on a case-by-case basis, it may provide home buyers with the funds they need to pay off old collection accounts. This helps to lower home buyers' debt-to-income ratios, therefore increasing their purchasing power. Membership. Membership to FundMyHome.org is free, no income limits. Unlike most down payment assistance programs from cities, counties and states, which limit home buyers' income to only 50 to 80% of their area median household income, FundMyHome.org does not have income limits. Working the proper sequence. Cities, counties and states require home buyers to first enter into purchase agreements with earnest deposits before applying for their down payment assistance. FundMyHome.org approves homebuyers before they engage sellers into purchase agreements. Non-repayable down payment assistance. Unlike most cities, counties and states, which give down payment assistance in the form of zero interest, deferred payment second mortgages, our down payment assistance is non-repayable. It is gifted without liens or second mortgages. Funds are wire transferred at closing by the 501c3 non-profit organization. Student loans. FundMyHome.org helps banks approve home buyers who hold high student loan balances and are defaulted student loans. FundMyHome.org helps home buyers burdened by student loans. This is done by restructuring all accounts, whether current or defaulted, which then yields drastically reduced loan balances, terms and payments. Lower student loan payments means reduced debt-to-income ratios, which then means increased purchasing power. Paid as agreed, restructured student loans boost credit scores, which then improves homeownership opportunities. This is neither credit repair nor a temporary fix. The restructuring of student loans is permanent, valid and lawful. Now, let's talk about student loans for a moment. As of June 2018, Forbes reported that the total U.S. student loan debt was $1.5 trillion and that approximately 44 million people had student loan debt. The average student loan balance per person is near $40,000, while some people owe $100,000 or more. Listen to these folks. On average, 44 million people own nearly $40,000 each in student loans. The challenge with that is that high student loan debt and/or defaulted or delinquent student loans hinder homeownership dreams. The good news is that FundMyHome.org, with its student loan forgiveness program, can help home buyers achieve their homeownership goals even when they have defaulted or delinquent student loans or have high student loan debt at the time of their initial application. 580 credit score. FundMyHome.org helps approve home buyers with credit scores as low as 580 on a case-by-case basis. FundMyHome.org will attempt to help approve home buyers with less than 580 credit scores. FundMyHome.org also helps home buyers increase credit scores by helping to insert their rental history, utilities, mobile phone bills and insurance payments on their credit reports. Less than 580 credit scores. FundMyHome.org will help approve home buyers with less than 580 credit scores, provided that 1. They first use our down payment assistance calculator to determine for themselves the dollar amount of their potential eligibility and match it to their local real estate market conditions. 2. They do not have active back pay child support, do not have active judgments or tax liens, do not have foreclosures, deeds in lieu of foreclosures or bankruptcies in last 3 years. 3. They pay for the cost of inserting their rental history, utilities, mobile phone bills, and insurance payments on their credit reports at an approximate cost of $200. 4. They pay to reinstate and restructure their delinquent or defaulted student loans at an approximate cost of $400. 5. They pay fundmyhome.org a $495 refundable retainer. This retainer is only refundable in such cases where fundmyhome.org is unable to approve the transaction. Otherwise, the retainer will be applied towards the homebuyer's closing costs at the day that the closing of their home takes place. The refundable retainer is not an application fee, and it only applies to those with less than 580 credit scores. The refundable retainer is used as an indicator of the homebuyer's willingness to proceed until their buying process is completed. 5 to 7 days approvals. Applications can be decisioned within 5 to 7 days of receipt of homebuyer's completed application and supportive documentation. Close in 30 to 45 days. Homebuyers typically close within 30 to 45 days of signed purchase agreements. Best of all, with fundmyhome.org, there are no application fees or broker fees. No first-time homebuyer classes to take or pay for. No income limits. The down payment assistance is non-repayable. Nevertheless, homebuyers pay for their own credit report, $39. Their earnest deposit to their sellers, which fundmyhome.org recommends that homebuyers have a minimum of $3,000 for earnest deposits. Their appraisal reports at an average cost of $450. Their home inspection reports at an average cost of $350. Please note that U.S. veterans and those purchasing homes inside USDA designated areas will always recover their initial out-of-pocket expenses at closing, as well as those who fundmyhome.org is able to bring to close with zero out-of-pocket. Some conditions may apply. Meet your team. Fundmyhome.org assigns homebuyer to one of its preferred realtors who searches and emails listing information on available properties that closely match homebuyers' buying criteria and sets appointments to view selected properties. Fundmyhome.org assigns homebuyer to one of its preferred lenders who will complete and process their loan application. Purchase agreement. Once the homebuyer has signed a purchase agreement, he or she gives seller the earnest deposit. Earnest deposit is deposited directly with the preferred title company. Earnest deposit is paid by homebuyer out of homebuyer's own funds. Earnest deposit is protected by the terms and conditions of the contract. Fundmyhome.org does not receive or handle earnest deposits. Loan closing. Real estate mortgage grants and down payment assistance incorporated. Wire transfers to title company or closing agent the funds allocated for down payment assistance. Bank wire transfers the mortgage loan funds to title company and emails funding docs. Home buyer wire transfers to title company what remaining funds are needed to close. Seller signs seller's docs. Home buyer signs buyer's docs, mortgage and note. Title company closes purchase transaction. Home buyer receives keys and closing documents. The end. Home buyer becomes homeowner. Ladies and gentlemen, this slide illustrates our down payment assistance calculator. It is a very useful and necessary tool that you and your down payment assistance recipients must use to determine for yourselves whether you or them are a potential good fit to fundmyhome.org before proceeding to apply for down payment assistance. This down payment assistance calculator is located in the Home Buyer Navigate Here menu of your website. This calculator offers open fields where homebuyers enter simple brief information. These fields are purchase price, homeowners association or condominium monthly fees, yearly income, and monthly debt. With this information, the calculator provides an estimation of the dollar amount of the homebuyer's potential eligibility, estimated monthly payments and approximate cash to close. The calculator also reminds you that all mortgage-approved U.S. veterans holding VA certificates of eligibility and all home buyers buying inside of a USDA-designated area will always close with zero out-of-pocket. You are required to use this calculator with all your down payment assistance recipients. We invite you to share fundmyhome.org's amazing down payment assistance program and lucrative, unparalleled and personally rewarding business opportunity with all your friends and family to take a part of the Million Homes Challenge. On behalf of our staff, our associate members and our down payment assistance recipients, thank you for your interest, support, and participation in fundmyhome.org. As we honor God in bringing our endeavor and the ownership of our company onto His hands, grace and glory, and pledge to honor God and His Son Jesus with our wealth. Every month fundmyhome.org will donate to a charity or choice funds needed to benefit other homeowners in the communities where our associate members live. Goodbye for now. And remember, put God first. God bless everything you do. And our company.